34th topic related to AC circuits. So I will suggest you that whatever formulas now I will tell you and whatever way how to remember it, just remember them in that way, and rest everything is big calculation. So there always you will get a question direct formula based but big calculation. Only thing you have to take care of calculation, fast and perfect. So let us take first circuit is pure resistor, only one resistor connected across one AC source, so that what happens, you will get one alternating current, that is I naught sin omega t, where I naught is amplitude, maximum current in the circuit, that is epsilon naught by R. And if you compare these two, here also sin omega t, here also sin omega t. So the phase difference between current and voltage is 0. Both are in phase, no phase difference. And then the power dissipation. I will tell you the average power dissipation formula for any AC circuit is epsilon naught I naught by 2 cos pi, or epsilon naught by root 2 I naught by root 2 cos pi, where epsilon naught by root 2 we call it as RMS value. Similarly IRMS cos pi, where pi is the phase difference between current and voltage. So in this case the phase difference 0, so that it will become epsilon naught I naught by 2 or epsilon RMS I RMS. So they can ask amplitude, they can ask power, they can ask phase difference, anything. Now when you consider pure inductive, you take a coil and connect across an alternating source. Then again you will get one alternating current. But in case of inductor, what happens is there is a phase difference of 90 degrees happens. How much? 90 degrees. And here who will dominate is EMF will dominate. That means current equation you will get I naught sin omega t minus pi by 2. So current lags behind voltage by pi by 2. So phase difference pi by 2. So cos 90 how much? 0. Then average power is how much? 0. And what is this I naught? Amplitude. Amplitude is epsilon naught by something will come, that is omega L. So generally current is EMF by resistance. It is in the place of resistance, that's why this omega L is called XL. Resistance of inductor, or we named it as reactance. What is that? Reactance. Now, and always remember omega is 2 pi f, where f is frequency, because most of the time they will mention frequency only. Then pure capacitor means only capacitor. Only capacitor, if you connect it with a alternating source, then again phase difference comes 90 degrees and current will become I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. Now current leads voltage by 90 degrees. So here voltage dominates, here current dominates. Now here also average power 0, and here current amplitude is epsilon naught by 1 by omega c. This 1 by omega c is playing the role of resistance, that is called XC. Resistance of capacitor or reactance. Capacitive reactance, inductive reactance. So based on this calculation only, whatever formulas are there, based on that questions can come. This is simple type question. Now in all the things you can represent these current and voltage as vectors, like this is EMF. In the first case, both are in phase means both are in same direction. In second case, if this is epsilon, then current is having less phase. How much is the phase difference? 90. EMF is dominating. But in case of capacitor, current will become this one because current is leading than voltage by 90. Like that, you can represent this as vectors, and this representation is called phasor diagram. Now, based on this phasor diagram representation only, you will understand the other circuits. What are the other circuits? So, if you take RC, combination of R and C, R and C, connected to one alternating source. So this is R, this is C. So here there is one VR, there is one VC. But both are in series, so there is only same current I. Now, see here, this is current, suppose. Current in the circuit. Now voltage in resistor must be in phase, but voltage in capacitor must be ahead, sir. Must be lagging, because in case of capacitor, who will dominate? Current. Now there is an angle between VC and VR 90. So what is the resultant voltage will become? Under root VC square plus VR square. Now if you take that, resultant voltage means epsilon EMF equal to VC square. VC means V equal to current into resistance. What is the resistance of capacitor? IC whole square plus I XL whole square. So that I will become epsilon by under root XC square. Sorry, one is resistor, one is capacitor. So I XC and I R. So R square. So this is the resultant of resistance and reactance. That's why it is called impedance, Z. Under root R square plus XL square. Now, in every AC circuit, the current will come in this form. There is an amplitude sine omega t plus or minus pi. There is a phase difference. But here capacitor is there means current leads, so plus pi will come. And what is I naught? In every case, I naught is epsilon naught by resultant resistance. What is the resultant resistance in this circuit? Z, impedance. Similarly, when you consider RL, here RC, so plus pi, current dominates. RL, voltage dominates, so minus pi. So I equal to I naught sine omega t minus pi. Then where I naught is epsilon naught by Z. Z is resultant of XC and R here. Here it will become resultant of XL and R. So Z is under root R square plus XL square. Now here the resultant EMF is making some angle pi with this one. Similarly here if you represent, this is current. This is voltage across resistance, but this is voltage across inductor. Because voltage across inductor dominates current, then resultant is this one. Now this is the phase difference. Here current leads, here voltage leads. That's why here minus pi, here plus pi. Now this phase difference also they can ask sometime. So tan pi. What is tan pi? Opposite by adjacent. Opposite is VC. Adjacent is VR. VC is IXC. This is IR. So here similarly tan pi equal to XL by R. So what is the generalized formula for phase difference is reactance by resistance. Reactance by resistance. So what is the formula for phase difference? Reactance by resistance. So this is how the formulas you can remember based on AC circuits. If you remember the formula, they will give direct question. So you just have to substitute, but calculation becomes very tough. And similarly, let us understand the final one, that is series LCR, which is the most important among all. because many times they have asked the question where you will connect resistance, inductance and capacitor in series. Now this is VR, this is VL, this is VC and this is epsilon. Now the resultant current will become I naught sin omega t plus or minus phi. If capacitor dominates plus, if inductor dominates minus. Now this is if you consider current, then this should be VR, no phase difference. Now this should be VL, this should be VC, because in case of inductor voltage dominates, in case of capacitor current dominates. Or if this dominates VL minus VC, if this dominates VC minus VL, take any one case. So the resultant will become VL minus VC and this is VR. Now the resultant is somewhere at an angle phi with current. If you consider this is the resultant like VC minus VL, then the resultant will be somewhere here. Then current dominates, depends. If you take this one, then tan pi equal to opposite by adjacent, or directly as I said, reactance by resistance, XL minus XC by R. And what is the impedance? Resultant of resistance and reactance. Then what is the current amplitude? Epsilon naught by Z. Now here Z is under root R square plus omega L minus omega C whole square. If you change the frequency, then Z changes. As Z changes, I naught changes. And for every series circuit at a particular value, Z becomes minimum, then current becomes maximum, and at that condition Z minimum means the XL value becomes XC and the corresponding omega is called resonant frequency. So where omega naught is 1 by root LC, or else F naught is 1 by 2 pi root LC. This is the resonance condition. Or you can take the same thing in graphical manner. That is, if you take here I naught, the graph will come like this. So first amplitude increases, then decreases as omega increases. At a particular value omega naught, it becomes maximum. This is I naught maximum, where Z is equal to how much? R, minimum. So I naught maximum is epsilon naught by R. So that corresponding frequency is resonant frequency. And sometimes they measure the sharpness of the peak with quality factor, that is called Q. So 1 by R root L by C. The quality factor is nothing but measure of sharpness of the peak of the amplitude versus frequency graph. So peak. So sharpness of this peak, that is called quality factor. So based on this also sometimes you will get the questions. So please try to remember all the formulas. Last and finally, based on transformer also sometimes questions will come. That is, where transformer means step up and step down, E2 by E1. Voltage across secondary coil by voltage across primary coil is N2 by N1. It is nothing but I1 by I2. So if N2 greater than N1, step up. If N2 less than N1, step down transformer. So they will give the questions like this. Take this 4 suppose. Out of 4, any 3 they will give. Or you take this 4. Out of 4, any 3. Or you take these 4. This 2, this 2. Out of 4, any 3 they will give. Fourth one you have to find. Or out of these values, they may give you like suppose 1, 2, 3 and 4. They cannot, then you can get the other. So like that you try to understand, try to remember the formula. So what is the values they have given? You have to take the values properly, whether it is primary voltage or secondary voltage, primary current or secondary current. Then you will get the question very easily. One of the easiest question. So this is all about the different circuits of AC. So hope you understood what way we have to remember and how to solve them. Solving questions is nothing but just calculation, mathematics. Be fast and perfect. Right? Thank you.